Hey everyone, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. Today I'm giving you an inside look at an RCS chatbot demo from a company called HERE WeGo. So you may not have heard about HERE WeGo, and that's part of why RCS is really cool. So first off, how do you get access to the RCS chatbot directory? First off, you have to have a Samsung device. This is the Galaxy S9. So once you pull it out of the box, and it's on AT&T network, when you click messages, you'll see in the very, very right-hand corner, chatbots. And you'll see there's about a dozen chatbots: CNN, 1-800-Flowers, Express, Kroger, Walgreens, even Warby Parker has their own RCS chatbot. What's really cool too is usually this is where you have your friends and family conversations, but then intermixed will be the brands that you talk to. So you can quickly, let's say, go into All Modern and continue the conversation, or go into, Quartz and continue the chatbot experience, and then, swipe up and talk to your mother or father. So it's a really cool experience, and they've really integrated it well into the messaging app on the phone. Again, this is not a special app or a download or a turn on type thing. You just click messages and it's right there. Also under contacts, right above actually your friends and family, which would be down in this area, you have my chatbots, which these are my favorite type of chatbots. So as I said, we're going to talk about a chatbot called HERE WeGo. And let's go find it. HERE WeGo Chat. Now, right off the bat, remember how I said a lot of people, I bet, don't know what HERE WeGo is? Well, it's really nice because when you click on the chatbot, it actually tells you what each chatbot is and what the brand is. So, location and navigation made simple with HERE WeGo Chat. Get started now. So now I understand what HERE WeGo is. I can quickly, if I really like this, I can quickly click add, and it adds it to my favorite chatbots, and I can remove it if I want. So let's start. This one's really cool because it uses location. So I'm going to click chat. And right off the bat, when I click chat, it fires off a message to HERE WeGo with the word chat. So it knows that the chat is starting, and then HERE WeGo can send information. So right off the bat, you have HERE WeGo Chat instead of a short code. So much better branding in RCS messaging than SMS and MMS. And then you have the little logo on the left-hand corner instead of that grayed out kind of person that is, usually used for short code messaging. So, hi, going somewhere? Just type where, and the best routes are coming right up. If you need help, type help. If you need to share your location, we can find you. Hey, it's technology, not magic. I like when brands kind of put a bit of a human spin on their chatbot, so it seems a little more human. Now, what's really cool is this. Touch to send your location. This is a button. So SMS, MMS, you can't have a button in your message. With an RCS message, you can. And in addition to that, you can definitely not have a button in an SMS or MMS message that shares your phone's location with a brand. I'm going to do this. It takes a little bit of time to figure out where you are, and I'm in the office right now. But that's pretty amazing. It knows exactly where I am, which is kind of creepy almost, but it's really, really helpful in the context of this app, because I want to know, where I'm going. It needs to know where I am right now. So this right here, it's actually not like a map, like within the Google Maps or anything like that. This is just an image. And then you have the title, which is route, roughly 1 minute, and 75 feet by car. What's interesting is I think it was because I was using this earlier. I think it knows that I want to go to Chipotle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, how can I get to Chipotle? It's starting to be lunchtime here. I'm getting hungry. Okay, so that's pretty crazy how you saw how fast that was. I just typed, how can I get to Chipotle? And it automatically creates this message, puts all this information in, and then I can click there and open it in the, I guess, the WeGo app. So let's try something else. How do I get to Macy's? Pretty snappy. Like, that is really, really quick. And not only are they composing the map on how to get to Macy's, this is an image, so they're rendering the image. They're also putting the information in the message, roughly 10 minutes and 1.1 miles. How do I get to the airport? That's pretty accurate, about 21 minutes here in Seattle. And also it has one attachment. I'm going to click and see what's going on here. Oh, maybe it was a little low on the screen there. So really, really interesting experience, and really nice too, because I went through the process and I already had told them I wanted to go Chipotle, so it was telling me what, I need to know. But then I was like, I need to click help to figure out kind of where I am and what I can do. And then look, try typing in something like this, get me directions to Grand Canyon, share your location. Wow, you can even switch, from Imperial to metric. So a lot of really cool use cases. Let's see, get me to Las Vegas. Wow, pretty cool. Like, all this stuff is happening really, really quickly, in addition to sharing your location. And let's see if I type like share your location. This is a really nice chatbot, and it's super snappy. So that didn't work. But again, the nice thing is when I have an issue, I just type help. And instead of the whole message and data rates apply and stuff like that, and here's our terms and conditions, that stuff usually doesn't help people that much. This really helps me because it tells me exactly what I can do with this app. Share location will get routes automatically. So they know my location already. So it's essentially saying, we know, now just tell us where you want to go. So, take me to New York City. I don't know if it's roughly one day, so maybe they have a little tweaking to do. Maybe if you drive really, really fast. But yeah, cool. And I can open and expand the app. Again, this is an image. This is not, I can't go and like see the streets right now, and it won't show me what's happening, but that actually would happen when I click open and here we go in the app. So cool use of a chatbot, use of also sharing the location, which I've actually not seen that many RCS chatbots use that right now, because really you have to, that is, a very private piece of information, and it's deadly accurate in terms of where you are, latitude and longitude. So I think for brands, they have to realize, like, if you're a retailer, you have to really give up something really valuable to the customer if they're sharing their location. There has to be some value or reason for sharing the location. I definitely would not start a chatbot for something and ask right off the bat for their location if it's not needed. So like if you're, a Subway's, a Chipotle, a Burger King, if the Burger King app was 100%, find the nearest Burger King, that makes sense. But if you're Burger King and you're like, you want to start a chat and see what's on the menu, there should be something that you slide across and says like, find nearest location. Then you can ask for the person's location. But I don't think you can do it right off the bat unless the app is specific to find my location, get me somewhere, which is what Here We Go chat is doing. So really cool. Again, this is an RCS chatbot from Here We Go. And this is the Here We Go chatbot, I guess. This is on a Samsung device on the AT&T network. My name is Derek Johnson from Tatango.com. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, you want more information about RCS chatbots, let us know in the comments below. Thank you.